Welcome, football fans. I'm here as your soccer analyst, Mikal, and I'm going to be analyzing the match of Switzerland versus Bosnia and Herzegovina in the group stages. And this match will take place on June 18th, 2026, of this year's World Cup edition at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. So we're going to do an analysis on this match, enough analysis for me to make a point and a reasonable prediction for the scoreline of the match. So let's get right into it. So Switzerland and Bosnia and Herzegovina, these two European teams don't really face each other much in their history. They've only played each other once ever in the history, and that was back 10 years ago when Bosnia and Herzegovina, they won 2-0 surprisingly against Switzerland. So we're going to talk about Switzerland first of all. Switzerland are really considered dark horses of every tournament. They have experienced players, they have young uprising superstars. I mean, if you combine that together, that makes a pretty solid team. I mean, for the experienced leaders in Switzerland, they got Granit Xhaka, and for the uprising stars for Switzerland, they have Mbolo, they have Reiler, they have good players in their team. You could also say Kanji is an experienced player as well. So whenever Switzerland head into a tournament, they're likely considered the dark horses because they always are able to make it to the knockout rounds, and they might even put up a good upset against some teams you wouldn't expect. Like back about 6 years ago, they won against France, and that really proves something. That means that they can win against a team with immense pressure on them, and that was the Euros. The Euros. I mean, I know it's 6 years ago, but that's still a pretty big moment. And in 2022 World Cup, they also qualified out the group stages. So what we've seen from Switzerland is that they're able to qualify out their group stages no matter their group. Like 2022 World Cup, they had a pretty a competitive group with Brazil, Cameroon, and Serbia. Serbia didn't really do much in that World Cup. Cameroon made a few upsets. I mean, they won against Brazil. They drew against Switzerland as well, but Switzerland, they were able to qualify out of that pretty competitive group. So in every tournament we see Switzerland play, they're able to either make upsets, and they're also able to make it out to the group stages. And seeing the group of Switzerland, having Switzerland, Qatar, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Canada, Switzerland should really easily qualify out the group. So one major thing that the Switzerland are good about is dictating ball possession. They're able to control ball possession, and if they have ball possession, they should be able to have more chances created, more goals, more action in the game. And in Switzerland's last match against Qatar, they opened up the scoring. Things were looking great for them, but then it was not the best in the second half when Switzerland, they let in an own goal, which is pretty. You wouldn't expect that from Switzerland. And Qatar are not really a big team, so Switzerland playing Qatar and drawing against them is a pretty screechy, But Switzerland, they're still a pretty good side. They have a solid team around them. They're able to. Their best trait is to control possession. So I'm really hoping. I don't know really much about Switzerland, like how they will do really. But let's get into Bosnia. So Bosnia and Herzegovina, we shouldn't really underestimate this team because they literally beat Italy to qualify for this World Cup on a penalty shootout. That's pretty big, And they also had pressure on them, And in Bosnia and Herzegovina's last match against Canada, Bosnia and Herzegovina were able to open up the score from a set piece attack in the first half. But then in the second half, Bosnia and Herzegovina, they fully lost ball position and gave it all up to Canada. And Canada were able to score a late minute winner. So, I mean, some key takeaways we can take away from that match is that Bosnia and Herzegovina, World Cup debutants, I'm pretty sure, they were able to open up the score with immense pressure on them because it's a World Cup. The whole world is watching you, right? And if you're able to score, if you're able to open up the score in a World Cup match, that is not an easy thing at all. That's not an easy thing. I mean, Canada, they're not really a big team at all. They do have a few stars in that team. Alphonso Davies, Buchanan, like a few big names you could recognize. But Bosnia, they in the second half they didn't really play what you would expect them. They didn't replicate what they did in the first half, because in the second half they lost possession, as I said, which led to Canada scoring a goal against them. So if Bosnia, like if they take in that same mentality and lose possession against Switzerland, that will be a big mistake. That could let Switzerland score many goals and even win that match by a pretty big score, And according to like the last recent results from these two teams, they both haven't really won any matches. They've been able to draw against teams like Switzerland. They drew against the likes of Australia. That's Australia are also a pretty good team. They have World Cup experience. They know what's it like in the World Cup. They have pretty good players that we don't really know of. So Switzerland, and in the recent matches, they've been able to secure draws, but haven't really made a win. And also Bosnia and Herzegovina, they're a little team. You wouldn't really expect them to win against any other team, but they played a few big teams like Italy, as I said, and they drew against them. That's pretty big, So what I'm thinking for this match to end up as, I'm thinking of it to end in a 2-1 win for Switzerland, because Bosnia and Herzegovina, if they leave control, if they lose ball control and let Switzerland dictate that possession, Switzerland, that's their greatest weapon. That's what they're known for. So what I'm really hoping for my prediction to be right, I'm guessing a 2-1 win from Switzerland, but it could be a lot of things. It could be 1-1. I mean, it could be 1-1, So, yeah, Switzerland gonna win score 2 goals, Bosnia 1 goal, and if I'm right, you have to like and subscribe. And if you enjoy my videos, you have to like and subscribe. Please. Okay, so if I'm correct, please, I really appreciate if you like and subscribe. I am a very small content creator, and anything will help. A like, a subscribe, a share, anything. Okay, so see you in the next one. My next analysis will be tomorrow. I'm not gonna announce the match today, but I will make the analysis and upload it tomorrow. It will be a pretty big match.